Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm PPE and this is the Peso Pro episodes where we talk about money management tips and peso tricks. Today is a version of the Peso Pro guides and we're gonna talk about the PagIBIG MP2 how-tos, especially on two very important topics. One is on how to open a virtual PagIBIG account, and number two, how do you actually make payments or contributions to the MP2 via digital channels. I hope you've seen the past two videos on the PagIBIG MP2. If not, I will link them here so that you can also go to them and check them out after this video. I'll also link them in the description box below. Without further ado, let's go into our how-to video right now. There are many things that you can do on the PagIBIG website. All you have to do is to go to pagibigfund.gov.ph and it will bring you to this landing page. First, we're gonna talk about how you're gonna create a Virtual Pag-IBIG account. All you have to do is click on Virtual Pag-IBIG for members and it will bring you to the Virtual Pag-IBIG launch page. Here, all you need to do is click on Create Account and you will click on Continue and then it will launch you to the Virtual Pag-IBIG creation site. Here, you have three options on how to create the Virtual Pag-IBIG account. First is the simplest way, which is to utilize your Loyalty Card Plus if you already have one. This is the easiest way because PagIBIG technically already has some of your details, so you're just gonna add a bit more. The most common one if you don't have the Loyalty Card Plus will be to activate your account online using your MID or your membership identification number. For OFWs, you have a separate link to click, but essentially the process is the same. Click here and it will launch a page where you will be asked to input some of your details. I have already created my own Virtual Pag-IBIG, so I cannot make a step-by-step demo, but we'll go through the steps in the FAQs and I'll show you where to find certain things so that you are guided when you create your own. From here, you go to the upper right-hand side and the FAQs are here. Click on FAQs and it will bring you to a comprehensive frequently asked questions page for the PagIBIG virtual online system. Here you will see very important details. I'd like to highlight first that you actually have different contact channels for the PagIBIG fund. So you can call them on their landline, email them at contactus@pagibigfund.gov.ph, or you can actually utilize the chat box here at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Email seem to be the best method to contact them these days. It will take a few days for them to respond, but in my previous encounters, they are actually very responsive to questions. Now, before we get into the meat of how to open the Virtual Pag-IBIG account, this number 2 FAQ actually tells you all the things that you can do with your Virtual Pag-IBIG account. To note, some of them would be to register as a PagIBIG Fund member. If you're not, you can also top up your regular savings, open an MP2 account, save in the PagIBIG MP2 savings, view records, and even apply for loans and check the latest status of your loans and make payments as well. Some of these, though, you can access even if you don't have a Virtual Pag-IBIG account. Check out FAQ number 4 so that you know which ones you can still do even if you don't have a Virtual Pag-IBIG account. But because the account is very easy to do and is actually free of charge, I highly recommend that you go through the steps with me to create your Virtual Pag-IBIG online account. Let's go there. Scroll all the way to FAQ number 8. We will follow the one without the Loyalty Card Plus option because this is probably the most common option that most people will pick. We actually did yung mga first few steps na kanina. So what you will need to do is go to the PagIBIG Fund website, create account, create and activate your account online, and provide the basic information first. You would need your MID or your membership ID number, the complete name, and date of birth, and a mobile phone number. After that, the system will trigger an OTP or a one-time PIN to the mobile number that you indicated when signing up. There, enter the OTP and it will lead you to a page that will ask you a bit more questions. You will be asked to provide the email address, tatlong security questions that will help you recover your account in case na nakalimutan yung password. You'd have to put your mother's maiden name as a security input and your place of birth. Remember, upon submitting those information, you'll also be requested to submit identification cards. Typically, they would ask for your passport. If you have your passport with you, that is the best ID that you can submit. Or if you don't have a passport, you can submit 2 government issue ID cards. So these are typically driver's license, PRC ID, or similar documents. The other one, which is I got a few questions about, is the requirement to upload a selfie of you holding at least one of the government identification cards that you submitted. So for example, if nag-submit ka ng passport mo, kailangan mo siyang hawakan at mag-selfie ka or pwedeng magpa-picture ka sa kasama mo. Typically, this is a new requirement, especially for digital account openings. So typically, ginagawa nila nito kasi gusto nilang patunayan na ikaw talaga yung tao na sinasabi mo. So, by holding the identification card at may picture ka na hawak mo yung ID, it gives them a bit higher confidence na ikaw talaga yung tao na katransact nila. And hawak mo talaga yung ID na sinubmit mo for them for validation. Then, pag natapos mo nang isubmit ang mga detalye at ang mga documents like the pictures, in the Virtual Pag-IBIG account form, you will receive a text message confirming na na-create na yung Virtual Pag-IBIG account. Sometimes, you also get an email for this. After a few days, typically mga around 3 to 5 working days, you will receive another SMS or text message confirming that your Virtual Pag-IBIG account has been activated. This means na pwede na kayong mag-log in into the Virtual Pag-IBIG Fund so that you can see all of the benefits that the Virtual Pag-IBIG portal is able to show you. Once nag-first login kayo, you will be provided a temporary password. You should just change that password to the one that you will use para magamit mo na siya with your permanent password na ikaw na yung nag-define or ikaw na yung nagbigay sa system. If you have the Loyalty Card Plus, typically, it's about the same requirements minus the IDs because nasubmit mo na to before when you actually submitted your application for the Loyalty Card Plus. But if you're an OFW, you would just need to follow FAQ number 9 so that you're able to follow those steps and may mga konting differences lang but essentially it's the same process. Once you have this, you should be able to access your Virtual Pag-IBIG account. What you then have to do, pag na-activate na yung account mo, all you need to do is click on Login, click on Continue, and from there, you should be able to enter your email and your password and click on Login. Once you're logged in, you will be able to see this page on the Virtual Pag-IBIG. It will give you access to your regular savings, MP2 savings, and loans if you have any. That ends the first part of our Peso Pro guide. Let's move on to the next. Now, sa pangalawang part ng ating Peso Pro guide, we're also going to talk about paano ba maghulog or mag-deposit sa inyong Pag-IBIG MP2 account. You can also use these steps to pay for loans or actually pay for your mandatory contributions in P1, but we're gonna focus first on MP2 for this video. So if you're back here in the Pag-IBIG Fund website, click on Virtual Pag-IBIG again, kagaya nung ginawa natin kanina. If you already have a Virtual Pag-IBIG account, you can actually do this within Virtual Pag-IBIG, but the steps are largely the same. Ang ibig sabihin po nun, kahit wala kayong Virtual Pag-IBIG, pwede nyo pa rin tong gawin. So, wala namang problema if hindi pa na-set up yung Virtual Pag-IBIG account nyo. It's just that na hindi nyo makikita yung status ng payment online. So, that's why I think it's better to have that Virtual Pag-IBIG access already. But to pay, you just have to click on Pay Online. And it will ask you kung ano ba yung gusto mong bayaran. You can pay the regular savings or any of the loans if you have any. Now, for this section, we're going to talk about MP2 savings. So, all you need to do is just select yung mga categories na nag-a-apply sa inyo. For membership category, you can select local or overseas, depende kung ano yung account nyo. Then, for payment method, you technically have 2 broad payment methods. One is a Philippines-issued debit or credit card na under Visa, MasterCard, or JCB. Or you can also use PayMaya or GCash or yung mga digital wallets that we have in the Philippines. Let's first start with credit or debit cards. Here, ang gagawin lang is you input your PagIBIG MP2 number. So, just make sure that you're entering your MP2 account number, hindi po yung MID number ninyo. Kasi kung ganun, hindi po siya magpo-proceed. Once you have it, click on Verify and the system should be able to identify kung sino ka, ano yung MP2 savings account will default to 500 pesos. So you can actually change this amount to any amount of your liking, basta minimum of 500. Then you can click period covered. Period covered ideally should be the covered period as of ginagawa mo to. So we're filming this video already as of May 2021. Choose 1 month, and period covered 2 is just the same month. This will have little bearing actually when the dividends are being computed, but just so you don't run into issues, just follow the current month para hindi na magkagulo sa records ninyo. Again, even if i-backdate nyo to, it will not affect your dividend computation because the dividend computation is based on the transaction date. Meaning, kahit pinili ko ditong January, wala at hindi na niya papayagan yung period kasi past period na siya. So once you have that, you will have to pay for credit card, you will have to pay a convenience fee of 1.75%. This is the downside of this particular option. Meaning, pag naglagay ka ng pera, may 1.75 na fee, nakita nyo dito, may 1,000 na amount, may 1750 na babayarang fee. So, yung total na ma-charge sa card nyo is 1,017.5. This dilutes the dividends that you will earn. So, it's not the best method to actually use to be able to pay for your MP2 contributions. Then, at the bottom, pwede lang kayong maglagay ng option to receive payment confirmation via SMS. So, you can select your prefix and input the digits of your mobile number. Or if you want to receive confirmation via email, you can also choose to do so. Enter the digits or letters in your CAPTCHA code and click on Next. We're gonna change a bit, meaning we're gonna try PayMaya or GCash. This is actually my recommended way to deposit because what's good about these two options is that for PayMaya and GCash, you actually only pay a fixed service fee, which is 5 pesos as of the recording of this video. So as you can see, nung pinalitan natin yung payment method to PayMaya or GCash, the convenience fee changed into 5 pesos. Flat rate po siya regardless of the amount that you are going to pay. So, even if maglagay ka ng, for example, 20,000 pesos, the convenience fee remains the same. So, mas mura siya as a percentage and it's also very, very reasonable, especially if yung option is for you to go to a PagIBIG branch. So, magagastos pa kayo ng oras at pamasahe papunta sa branch. So, this is a very, very good alternative for you to do. What you just need to do is, again, finalize yung mga numbers or email that you want to receive updates from. And then, ilagay yung CAPTCHA na code so that you can proceed. You have to click on I agree with the terms and conditions and click on Next. Here, you will be given a chance na mag-review ng mga sinabit niyong details and you can click on Proceed. Once you click on Proceed, pwede kayong mamili kung aling wallet or digital wallet yung gagamitin ninyo. Here, you can click on PayMaya, which they have a promotion now where you can get cashback actually. So this is actually a very good option for you to take. Read the PayMaya details on terms and conditions kung may mga maximum limits to, or this promo may be seasonal, so maybe at the time when you are trying to deposit into your MP2 account, baka wala na tong promo na to. Here, you have an option na igamitin yung mobile app ng PayMaya to scan the QR code and then finish the payment from their app. Or you have the option to log into your PayMaya account and then once you're inside, tapusin yung pagbayad using your PayMaya credits. Take note, you have to have PayMaya credits inside your app or your wallet para mabayaran itong amount na ito. The same is true for GCash. For GCash, what you can do is click on GCash. It will give you the option to log in. What you just need to do is enter your mobile number na nakaregister kay GCash, click on login, and what you will see eventually will be a couple of steps para malagay doon kung paano ka magbabayad. Select your GCash wallet and click on the several prompts. I think it will require you to enter a one-time PIN. And then once you're there, tuloy-tuloy nyo lang and then you will get a confirmation page kung paano na gagawin na may kasama na siyang confirmation na matatanggap sa email ninyo, or you will also get a text message from GCash. From there, matatapos na yung funding step ninyo ng PagIBIG MP2. Typically, for wallets like PayMaya and GCash, it will take them 3 to 5 working days for it to reflect into your account. I did a test twice and both of those occasions actually natapos siya within 3 working days. You will be able to see that deposit in your Virtual Pag-IBIG account if you follow the steps earlier in the video. Those are the ways that you pay for your MP2 contributions via the Pay Online in the Virtual Pag-IBIG website. However, there's also an option for you to actually pay for these transactions directly within the GCash or PayMaya app. What you just need to do in the GCash app is to click on Pay Bills, select Government and Pag-IBIG, select Modified Pag-IBIG 2 Savings, enter your MP2 account and the amount and period covered, and identify your contact details. Click on Submit and follow the prompts para mabayaran niyo yung MP2. You can also do it this way, mas straightforward, and you don't actually need to go through the website para ma-process siya. In PayMaya, the user experience is almost similar to what I just showed on screen. Go to the PayMaya app, select Government, and pag napunta ka na sa PagIBIG na tile or yung link, the PagIBIG tile will actually link you back here para gamitin yung same process for you to either log in or scan the QR code to pay. Regardless of where you start, you will end up at the same place. So you can do both ways, or you can try whichever is most convenient for you. All in all, PagIBIG, I think, is one of the more progressive government agencies offering both the virtual and online services, especially right now in the time of the pandemic. And it's very, very helpful, especially for people who are stuck at home or who have other responsibilities. And also, PagIBIG is offering this great opportunity for us to invest in the PagIBIG MP2. I hope those were helpful for you. If you want to learn more about the PagIBIG MP2, click on these 2 videos so that you learn more about the FAQs. And actually, if you want to open an MP2 account online, this will be very, very helpful. I hope you get your investing journey with MP2 going, and I'll see you on these 2 videos. Comment down below if you have any questions about MP2. We'll try to help you as much as I can.